losers round 6, or the top 8 qualifiers. This is the last one. NoTag, another teammate of Peab, has been waiting in those losers, waiting to see which of his teammates would fall down. Lima, of course, moving on in that winner's side. This is going to determine the final player who will be in that top 8. A little bit of a update, a recap. Sonics, Lima, TM7, Zap, and Regalo are in that winner's side. And we've got Mr. E, Jaja, and Jackal, and then the winner of this will be our loser side of the top 8. So
a lot of Fisher and Winthrop in there. I wonder why.
I mean, when the two schools are about 40% of the bracket.
Yeah, first Samus sighting weekend too, right?
Yeah, pretty well.
I think so.
I haven't seen much Samus. I mean, not necessarily a popular player, but there are definitely some people who do love the character.
This color scheme goes hard.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Samus does have some of the best. The Metroid alt on Samus, like the bluish pink one, kind of teal blue, super nice. Also, great game.
Metroid, man.
In general, just good. I still haven't finished playing the Prime remaster on the Switch. That's something I definitely got to get through. Just haven't really had the time, but Metroid, I mean, classic.
Yeah, we're going to fix the Metroid through NoTag and his Samus play as we get started off. And once again, these guys are teammates. They were on main stage. It's going to be a very similar story to Peanut and Lima. They're going to have a lot of intel, a lot of data. They've been playing, they've been scrimming, they've been hanging out outside of class, outside of the server. So we'd love to see matchups like this, especially with these newer characters the weekend. Obviously, Samus, by no means.
Yeah, of course, but
Samus is as old as me, basically.
Sam is literally one of the OG characters in Smash 64. Been around the block, to say the least, but this even is actually Peab, and coming off of a tough loss, to say the least. Had a lot of momentum at the starting of that one, and kind of shut down by Lima throughout the set. Slowly but surely shut down throughout the set. Now, we're kind of seeing two interesting characters here in the matchup, because Samus is a very floaty character and is kind of just waiting often for the tether grabs. Up B out of shield is an amazing option, and of course both of these characters can play the projectile game. There's a little F smash. It's going to sneak through, and tag, no tag there, find the kill, and instantly traded right back.
I mean, yeah, the second he respawned, he full sprinted toward Peab and said, I'm getting this stock back in the next 5 seconds. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to even this game up. But Peab has countered greatly, getting an 80% buffer to start off the second stock. So exactly what he was doing to Lima early on in that first set. Got to try to keep that consistent. Make these as you go on, and then see if you can shut down NoTag.
Oh, look at that. The lemons add up, man. It's every 1-2% that you're taking every single time. Suddenly you're at 93%. You don't even know what happened, and you have yet to hit Peab on this stock.
Yeah, you need get some vitamin C in your life right now, but 100 on NoTag. He's going to try to see if he can get a couple more attacks going in his favor. Try to even up the game just a little bit. Has done a pretty good job of trading back and forth. And I mean, the story of the Winthrop guys so far, one guy takes the lead, one guy brings the game back, that guy takes lead, it goes back and forth, and NoTag hold the ledge, trying to see if he can find the elimination. Again, both these players realize how potent each other are, waiting for that one play to be made, and great timing by NoTag.
Doesn't have the charge shot up just anymore, though. Have to take some control to get that back, because on Samus, it is one of those things, right, where you kind of forget about the charge shot until somebody has it, uses the setup, and just has a sick kill with it. Then you kind of just gotta nothing but respect the charge shot for the rest of this. That, and oh, it's actually traded back and forth. That's exactly how the first kill went too.
Same percentage almost as well. So we're seeing identical setups here. Second verse, same as the first, basically. NoTag down to the one stock. We did see Pete go on a couple nice runs this game, though. He got 70-80 unanswered. So, well, I would say theoretically he could do it again, but NoTag, just like to happen last time, 5-8% gets the pick right away. And now, deja vu?
Apparently. It's like when Peab is at the high percent, it's almost like he wants to get risky and go back to the low percent. You're like, maybe for peace of mind, I don't really know, but NoTag, great job at not letting himself get too far behind when a stock does get taken. The stock's pretty even if Peab is pretty well keeping the percent lead almost the entire game. That should be a good punish there. No charge on the up smash, but didn't really have the time, and it's still going to be something up to 94%. Now, this is actually deja vu.
Yeah, except this time he's doing even better because it's a flawless start to the last stock of the game. NoTag, seemingly no answer so far as we get to the latter stages of this game one. And Peab right now, he is looking to go a flawless third.
Literally right now has not been touched, and you know what's on the table right now? Something like an up tilt is waiting. Has the Saw Blade available to follow up into it. We also have seen Saw Blade back air as well. Good option for kills from Peab as well. Forward smash at the ledge. If you got another situation where you trade with that charge shot, you can get all 3 stocks in one game with that exact same interaction.
All right, everyone in chat, place your bets. Will Peab get a hit before he ends up taking out NoTag? Because right now, putting on a masterclass in the third stock. Could look for the throw to see if he can finally find that last kill, but he is just completely working the stage, working NoTag inside out, beating him. He's blue and right now, I mean, still 0, 147. If Peab were to somehow lose it, I can't even imagine what would go through his mind.
Ultra Instinct Mega Man right now just knows exactly where the next hit is coming from, perfectly weaving around these, shield always perfectly in time. Just actually playing perfect in this last stock. I don't know what else to say.
40 seconds left.
40 seconds left, 170% on NoTag. Eventually the kill's got to come through, right? Maybe even a shield poke up tilt or something eventually.
3%, we got him.
Oh, that side B is going to shield poke, send NoTag off the ledge, but we've seen the situation. That should kill. Yeah. The back throw should be enough.
Oh, I thought it wasn't good for a second.
At 190, it better be enough there. At the ledge as well, there's nowhere for him to go. Peab, even though it was one stock to one stock at the end, I feel like Peab just had a handle on that game for sure.
Besides, I think he had 3%, so almost a flawless third stock. And the fact that it was flawless, I think it was like 2 minutes of not getting hit because that clock ran down to like 15 seconds. This guy played 2 minutes, did not get touched the entire time, was putting a hurt on NoTag, so ends up being a very, very good game one. He's going to have that 1-0 lead. Great game to come back after losing. Pick up, my teammate beat me, I'll go pick on someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Just go
find
the next one. Yeah. Find the next one. Can't beat the MVP, but what can you do? You can go down to losers, and this is always a fun one too. When you're with a teammate, right? You kind of have that mentality, that like agreement of like, okay, we're just gonna put it all out here, and no matter what, it's soft. Afterwards, we're still teammates, we're still boys, but right now, we are enemies and we are fighting for this top 8 spot. Game 2 on the horizon. NoTag, a little bit of a switch into the Mario. And, the guy's been wearing a Mario hat all weekend, so
yeah,
assuming that's the main.
Even in the headshots on the big stage, that's easy. Just huge Mario hat on the stage. It was very, very funny to see, and definitely a bit of a better start for him. This is more damage than he had all of that last stock going into the end of that game one. This is a significantly better start. Yeah, Mario hat buff in effect. That's an early stock.
Already, and even on a map or a stage like Smashville, typically you see Mario on something like Battlefield can get super early kills with some up air, the ladder combos and whatnot. But still Mario, just strong fundamental character, great combo game to work with, has the cape as well to deal with some of Mega Man's stuff. It's not going to deal with all the projectiles, some of the multi-hitting stuff, but it's available. You have the deflector, exactly.
Yeah, it at least gives you one option to try to make some kind of counterplay, make the read, try to catch some kind of timing. It was a great job to get the first stock, and this is going swimmingly for him as well. Look at it, potentially take a commanding 2-0 lead, and man, if you're wearing a Mario hat all weekend, how are you not going to lock Mario in game one?
Yeah, honestly, I think it had to have just been, okay, I know the matchup with Peab, and I think my Samus is better into the Mega Man matchup, but right now, maybe you just got to take the character familiarity, just bust out the main and say, hey, this is my best character, I know I'm going to perform on it, and the results are shown right now. That's almost another stock for NoTag. I really thought he had that.
Too.
I mean, down there at like 150 all the way above that platform. Doom.
Peab right now has to dial in, has to find a stock before NoTag is able to find one to get double extra credit, basically A++ we're talking about at that point, because right now this game could very easily slip through his fingers. Can't make these adjustments, can't find the reads he's looking for. NoTag still just trying to work off the side stage. There they go. Peab finally gonna get that stock, but I mean, 163 off of being down to your last stock. You are still pretty far behind.
Yeah. But you know what we have seen? We've seen Peeb. Okay, I was gonna say we've seen Peeb live at like 200% in a lot of these situations, but little bit of vindication there. Gets the down air once again. It will actually kill this time. So NoTag consistently keeping on to this one stock lead, keeping on to it, and going to continue these combos up. Air dodge from Peeb, and it could have been punished, I think, from NoTag, but I just don't think he was expecting it. I think he was ready.
And the longer this series go, we're going to start to see both players digging deep into those bags. You got to pull out all the stops, because as we said, right, when you know these guys, like you said, you got to leave it all out on the server. There's no love lost between them. They're going to walk out there, give it everything they got. Nice little tap there from NoTag, but not able to find the kill. Still, though, in commanding position. Only one stock on Peeb. Nearing that 100% mark. You would love to find this nice early kill. Set yourself up. Give yourself at least a chance. Try to come back and win this one, because otherwise, NoTag will be tying this.
The up tilt still coming out of Peeb. Another one, but not going to hit the hitbox you necessarily want. End of it, just the tail end. Punish on the up smash. Ballblade does come through. That's not going to kill just yet. Last time we had to see a kill at, what, 170, 180?
I believe so.
Close to that. So close to the ledge. Not going to be the kill throw, but that's enough to send NoTag down to the depths. Still, though, Peeb, not the greatest situation you want to be in. Seen him locked in before.
Yeah, he was like you said, ultra instinct, slow state last game, so we know this guy can go on a run, can play nice defensively, go for the setups, make sure all the timing, everything, all the reads are being made, but yeah, a right hook to the jaw will send you down to the ground. That is going to be NoTag. Fantastic get back in game 2, and we are locked up at once.
Have a switch to Mario. Exactly what he needed in this series to tie it up.
Hat.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he's got
it was
Cappy.
the Odyssey hat,
He's
right,
literally got Cappy on stage, and it honestly works out perfectly in his favor. We saw some crazy moments there from him, especially right at the starting. Very, very nice clip there for himself. That's one of those ones where you go back after the weekend, you're like, and safe?
And then you go to your teammate and be like, remember this? Yeah. And then a year later, when he beats you, you're like, remember when I basically flawlessed you on land? That's easy.
That's when you.
As long as you win the series.
You're scrolling through the clips. You're like, oh, remember this one? You just send it in a sly little DM
Gather
right there.
Gather the family around the TV, pop in the VHS.
Look at my collegiate highlight tape.
This was game 1, CECC. Ended up losing the series, but still a great moment nonetheless. But both players, they are competitive, they are fiery, and they are here. Go out and show what they got. And right now, 1-1 series. The Winthrop boys, they went back and forth last series too. Ended up being a 3-1 for Lima over Peanut. Now though, NoTag on the server with the Mario. Much better showing than the Samus this time, so I got to imagine.
Just stick with it.
You're wearing the damn hat.
Yeah, honestly, been wearing the hat on stage all weekend as well. So you definitely just want to. Honestly, I kind of want to keep talking about this because I don't even know where the Samus came from to start. If your Mario is
I don't
this
think he
solid.
played on stage either. I don't think he played Samus
yeah,
on any
I don't
stage
think he
games.
was.
I remember seeing one.
Yeah,
so.
he's a Mario main.
Maybe it was just teammate pocket pickets by teammate. Maybe it'll work type stuff, especially in game 1, right? Game 1, it's like, okay,
it is a best of 5.
BO5, we're probably going to win a couple games each. We're pretty even players, so realistically, if I drop game 1, not the end of the world. But obviously, this is much better.
Yeah, much better for NoTag for sure. Peeb, though, this time, not allowing any super early kills to come through from NoTag. Definitely taking it a little bit slower. And NoTag not able to hit there. Really just fishing for these up smashes. I don't... just center stage, up smash, up smash.
Listen, eventually you will find... try hard enough, eventually we'll find success to it. So basically a dead even first stock. Finally, though, Peanut, he's going to break the ice. He will find that first one. Nice little tap off of the stage there. So you get yourself a nice little 1-stock lead. Very high in percentage, but we've seen this guy lock in. We've seen him really dial in and play very defensively. So anything could happen, but NoTag, great job to keep it.
Yeah, keeps going for those pummels on the grab, and mainly because I don't think the forward throw will kill, at least at this percentage right now. Maybe above 160. Not 100% sure myself. Of course, trying to find something like a back air will definitely kill. I like seeing NoTag take the time to go off of the stage and go a little bit deeper for the edge guard rather than just trying to sit on stage, and then play the ledge itself.
That's why getting a lead is nice too. When you get a lead, have low percentage, it's like, okay, I can take 1 or 2 risks here that could really elevate my game. It could really put me on the fast track to victory. So love to see the adjustments, love to see the strategy out of both players, showing different layers as we go by series. Obviously, these two players dead even basically the entire way through. It's going to come down probably to the last stock. I think the timer come into play the last couple of...
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're 3 minutes into this, and it's 2 stocks apiece still. And you got to remember, started this off with a stock lead, and NoTag has been doing a great job at closing that gap and making sure that Peab cannot play this projectile game, unlike previous sets, has not been taking 95% from the lemons just being thrown back and forth at him. And I think that's something that's kept the percentages so even.
Yeah, just getting that consistent little poke, and then NoTag will get in, close the distance, start laying on the combo. So great output by both players. Essentially, one more hit could go either way. Could be looking at that 1 stock lead. Try to set yourself up for that secondary, or rather take that last stock and set you up either for that 2-1 lead in either case. So both of these players, they know what's on the line. They know how close the series is. They know how tight this matchup has been all the way through. You got to dial in. You got to look for these windows and really try to open up some.
I'm going to come through 150, 150. Pretty much looking at next hit, takes the stock, the throw is going to go through, and that time the back throw is going to kill. You know why? 50% of rage up on P. Now goes back to the Mega Man ways, but that's the up smash that NoTag has just been throwing out, and he finally catches the roll with it. Good read to be able to even out these stocks, and now it's 1 stock apiece. Who's going to take the lead in the series once again?
Yeah, this is a swing game in the best of 5. You really want to walk out with that 2-1 lead, especially knowing how close and how small the margin for error is and how much these players will exploit it. Any little weakness magnified 100-fold, so you got to make sure you stay tight, stay locked into the game plan, take the adjustments as they show up. And if you're NoTag, just keep putting foots on folks.
Forward aerial, trying to find it with that one. He's looking for the sweet spot. He's fishing for it. Double up airs into the fair at the ledge. This time, though, I mean, you're at percentage where you could even take him high, possibly try to kill with that up B. But on a stage like Hollow Bastion, it may not be the pick, or at least the option that you want to go for. Still, percentage lead. Peab needs to get back to his projectile throwing waves.
He's trying.
He needs to get the Saw Blade back into play. The leaves have been great for shield pressure as well, but NoTag and just dealing with it.
Yeah, good job by Peab there to finally get something going of his own. The offensive output was a little lackluster there for a little bit. His defense, stellar earlier, got to get the offense on the same wavelength now. NoTag looking to try to get the execute here. He wants this 2-1 lead. He wants that Mario buff coursing through his veins, giving him that lead in this loser side. Because now, right, we're losers. If you lose a series, your tournament is going to be over. That is going to be all she wrote. So you got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's. And that is all she wrote for that Peanut. What a hit.
Like I think the first one in that game, maybe even the first one in the past 2 games that we really saw up tilt kill on that Mario. We saw Peab try to go for the option a few times, but it usually just ended up with him either whiffing it and getting punished or not hitting necessarily that hitbox that he wanted, not hitting that sweet spot and not hitting the kill. But nice adjustment from Peab. The Mario threw him off guard the second it got pulled out in Game 2. Game 3 was able to even it out much more.
Do we think it threw him off guard?
Honestly,
You're playing, you look, Mario outfit.
Yeah. but I think going from Samus into the Mario matchup just had to adjust, readjust to that, and wasn't ready for how quick Mario was going to come
totally different
swinging out of the gate.
Yeah, totally different play style, as evidenced by the last 2 games. NoTag made a lot of good adjustments. Peanut, great job. Take that game down, though. Already up to 60+. NoTag has seemingly found what he's looking for this last game and a half. He's dialed it in. Wasn't able to find the finish last time, but you can see adjustments have been made and really starting to put together some combos.
And kind of looking like Game 2 once again. Back air, continual hits with this back air. The follow-up gonna be good spot dodge. Get into this one. You gotta remember too, 1, right? This is pretty much match point. Could be last game.
Tournament point for
tournament point for NoTag right now. Has to try and keep themselves in this series. On the Mario, switch worked out previously. It got you your only win in the series. You just got to go back to your roots, it looks like.
If it ain't broke, do not fix.
Yeah, and I really like him trying to go for the forward airs a lot more off the ledge here. I think an early spike like that could just kind of catapult yourself into the lead, and it also helps the mental a little bit. You get dunked on by Mario, and that sits with you for a few minutes.
Like getting dunked on by Muggsy Bogues, 5'2", point, smallest NBA player of all time, just absolutely yamming it on you. And right now, 150 to 120, quick jump up there by NoTag. Is going to send him off to the far side. Not going to be able to find the kill, but the second effort will get the job done. So Peab, one stock lead on map or stage point one.
And in how long? That's got to be a kill, but he doesn't go for the back throw. Instead, opting to try and get as many pummels off as possible. There's the kill to come through eventually. You knew it was going to happen, and NoTag, in comparison to, you know, on that Samus, he hasn't been allowing Peab to just live at 200%, 150%. He's been a lot better at securing those kills, and he has a lot more options for it, whether it be the up smash, a back air, something like a forward air off the side, which he has been going for. Gets to hit it too many times.
Yeah, and that's what the Mario has just been so good for him. The play style, totally different. He can close that gap on Mega Man so much easier. Not nearly as floaty, a lot more direct with the movement. So you can see he's made those great adjustments. He started to play extremely well. Again, both of these players, this is going to come down to a minute and a half left, one stock apiece. Who's going to land that great combo? Who's going to set up defensively and end up finding what they're looking for? But NoTag right now seemingly maybe a half step ahead this game for the most part. He did find the first kill, but NoTag putting together more consistent offense.
Yeah, I think one thing I've learned, especially in this matchup, and honestly, any of these matchups between teammates, first stock means nothing at this point. All the way down, though, back air, now that's going to mean something. NoTag, good lead, and a lot of extra credit can be earned here before some kind of kill comes through. Up throw back air, not going to go for the up throw down air, actually. Usually the Mario pick at low percents, but NoTag's the expert.
Yeah, and he's got Peanut in an absolute blender right now. This guy cannot breathe. He cannot even move or attempt to play the game. Talk about extra credit. This guy was taking summer classes. He was taking night classes. Got A++ on every assignment right now. Taking it people in the second set here. Got to do a little more work, though, to even up this at 2. This is a great game to do so. It gives you confidence when you walk out, get a big win like that after walk out, try to dominate that fourth game, rather, and walk out and tie the series like that.
Yeah, and I think we were kind of expecting that to come through. Once the stock lead did come,
it just felt like he was ahead.
A very dominant stock lead as well. Only had like 40-50% on him. By the end of the game, I think it was 80-90%. Yeah. We're going to game 5.
First one of the day?
Yeah, first one of the day.
Did I lie with,
possibly
lie
second.
with confidence.
Lie with confidence. If we've learned anything this weekend, if you say it and you mean it, it's got to be true. No, but going into game 5, though, this is it. Both of these players have to put everything that they have learned from their time playing together, from this series itself, from the experience you now have in the Mario matchup as Peab and as NoTag. You know that your Mario is definitely the pick. You know it's what you want to play, and you know if anything is going to bring you to top 8, it is going to be that. Last game, game 5. Let's see who's going to be the one to make it to the top 8.
Let's see, indeed, the first game 5 of the day, technically first game 5 of the weekend yesterday, all best of 3s. We are in the mix. Both of these Winthrop players recently crowned champions of Now they're duking it out in game 5. The loser will be done for the weekend. They'll have to watch their teammates from the sideline for the last couple hours here at CECC and watch how the bracket plays out. Right now, expecting a really, really good game. NoTag, the last 2 games, he does feel like his offense has been so much better. He's a half step ahead.
Damn.
I'll be quiet, Pete.
Damn.
I'll be quiet. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. All right.
My bad, bro.
That happened. That just happened. Huge early lead for Peab off of that one. A little bit of a blunder there. But you take those no matter which way they come.
Especially in game 5.
Especially.
You're loving that.
Especially on top.
That's when you look
points,
over and just smile at him and nod.
your tournament life on the line. Yeah. that's when you crack a little bit of a smile.
Yeah, smile and wave. Look over, just give him a little wink, let him know. We both know what just went down. It definitely was not calculated. You know, the math formula was put incorrectly. So right now, though, Peeb's still sitting on 3 stocks. This is going to be so good for him. Put together 1 or 2 nice combos. You can really set up this game 5. After you've struggled a pretty fair amount the last 2 games, had a lot of good moments, but Mario was outplaying for, I think, most of that set. And now, all of a sudden, tables have turned, and right now, NoTag, nice recovery in the second stock so far. Got low work.
I think it still is looking like Mario's outplaying a little bit, though. You got to remember how low NoTag was when he did lose that first stock.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's taken Peeb all the way to 140 without losing much of his own. However, Peeb, making me mark my words right now, as he is just providing an onslaught of projectiles, back air grabs, dropping the saw blades. I mentioned that earlier when we saw him in the earlier set up against Lima. Super solid with those saw blades, and it's one of the best tools that Mega Man has. You can, it's very tricky. It can be very technical in some of the setups, but it can often lead into those kills.
Yeah, and the way he's playing this game, I'm going to start calling him Game 1 Peeb, because that's when he had the flawless victory, basically, to end off the game. And this is looking like that same form again. Obviously, still taking a little bit of damage, but effectively got him to 113, still has 3 stocks, continues to live 150 plus, just refuses to go into the dirt. He's going to get another hit over on the NoTag. Peeb is making this scrappy. That's exactly how he wants it, and he is in absolute control.
174. Kind of back air up smash. Hell, even a nair off stage would probably find the kill right now, depending on where you're at blast zone wise. Back air doesn't even kill from center stage. EI from Peeb keeps him alive and just getting battered back and forth, but not out just yet. Still 3 stocks alive, over 200%. Looking like a sudden death matchup right now. Literally, we're getting close to that.
How high can the percent get before something has to give? Okay, apparently 213, I think, is the linchpin there. But if you're Peeb, you are feeling so good about the start of this game. You've been absolutely slapping him the first 2 stocks. You've got a 1-stock lead. You're starting to build up this percentage. You're starting to really feel it. You got your feet under you finally, and you picked a good time. Game 5, you show up under the bright lights in the big moment, and you have taken control. You just got to play a nice, mistake-free game, and you should be okay.
Yeah, that's true. At this point, just gotta, I hate to say it all the time, but it's my favorite term, just lock in. You literally just have to lock in, put it all on the line, make sure that your mechanics are there, your decision-making is there. You're just getting battered by Citrus right now.
Overdose on lemon.
Actually, he's trying to make a lemon battery, actually.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 of them or something like that.
Well, I mean, it keeps going like this. There will be no lemon shortage in the Mushroom Kingdom anytime soon. How much he is laying it on him right now. But we got 80 to 30. Make that 90 for NoTag. Peeb knows this game is his to lose at this point. Gonna send NoTag off that left side, looking to possibly get one final setup. One left hook could change the world, but it's not going to be that one quite yet. You've got to find just a little bit more, but writing is on the wall, essentially. You've got to imagine what's going to be the move that does it. It's not when, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah, at this point, that back air's got it, right? No! Maybe if it was at the ledge like that,
there's hope.
That first one that he hit.
There's hope.
There's most definitely hope for NoTag still. The game is never over till it's over. Your tournament is never over till it's over. Peeb looking to try and change that, though. You know that back throw's not going to kill unless it's at the ledge. We've learned that now.
True. I'm thinking the next one, you know, it still might not, actually, depending on the... this is the NoTag we saw a couple games ago.
Not off the
laying
stage.
It on him.
He's able to get the spike, but it's not past the ledge. It's going to be a lot of percent in his favor, but it's not that kill you were looking for. Absolute spiral right now from NoTag. He's locked in.
And he's got to be, because he's at 180% last stock, looking to even things up. The throw is not going to be able to find it, at least as of now. 190 plus, both of these guys just refuse to die under 200%, it seems. That is going to be a nice... So we're going to go 1-1, but he's got 190. If Peanut were to somehow lose this in Game 5, I would be absolutely gobsmacked.
Okay, that's got to be it. Gobsmack is a great one, I gotta be honest. You caught me off guard there with that one. Peabnut on the Mega Man. Losing 3-1 to Lima, comes down up against NoTag, another teammate over from Winthrop. He's going to take that one 3-2, a tight